Hi, I'm Eric Goodman. I'm a show producer with Walt Disney Imagineering. This is what I did last summer. This was my project. We created this interactive cube for the Haunted Mansion. We're really excited about doing this. Pete Carcillo is back over there. He'll be back in just a moment. He was our art director on the project. My job was basically just to say yes to Pete. Pete really came up with all of these concepts. And as a producer at Imagineering, you know, you just want to just create something that's really amazing for our guests. The first area that you see here is kind of our decompression zone. As you come off of the queue, if you guys were here before this queue line existed, this was just a piece of a hillside. And so we really had to come in and create this whole area from scratch. So we broke through that wall right there and created this entire cube. We only had one way in and one way out to build this, so it was really like building a ship in a bottle. So over the hillside was where we brought all of our equipment in to create this area, and then once we were finished, we had to bring everything back out that way. This area right here is actually a little riddle. If you look at the tombstones and the epitaphs on these tombstones, you can actually try to figure out who killed who in this little area. So if you read the epitaphs closely and you look at some of the symbols of the busts, it's kind of a fun little game to play. And the characters are actually inspired by a lot of artwork that Mark Davis and other original Imagineers created for this area. So we tried to keep it fun and comical, yet a little bit kind of scary at the same time. So that's what you see here. I guess we'll move on to the next section. Everybody doing all right? All right, we'll move on. We had two new tombstones created for this area. They were actually based on old tombstones that were up on the hillside. We like to call these two tombstones, these are the tombs with a view. These are two of the original Imagineers who worked on the project. This one is Existencio, and the one over there is a tribute to Mark Davis, two of the original Imagineers. And we actually had to have these created out of real stone. It takes about 6 months to have a tombstone created. So yeah, you probably want to start thinking about that before you expire. It's a fun thing that I learned.
I mean, if you really, someone died and you want a tombstone?
It takes 6 months to get one made. These were made up in Lakeland, so they're here locally. Yeah, we didn't even have them shipped in. I mean, they just brought them in a truck. But just a lot of fun. You can, you know, guests sometimes come in and do rubbings of these, so you can really get up here and touch the tombstones, which I think is a lot of fun for people who enjoy the Haunted Mansion. Then we have 3 large crypts that we've created. The first one you come up to is the Decomposing Composer. And this was kind of based on some of the characters that are actually in the attraction. What we tried to do was bring some of those characters out into this area. And if you haven't been here, you guys can come up and touch it. This is actually a touch-sensitive crypt. So each time you hit one of these instruments, it actually starts playing a song. If you put all the instruments together, it's the song of the Grim Grinning Ghosts, so we actually brought that piece out into the queue as well. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, feel free to touch it. Look, we've designed it so that you can be on it. And then coming around this area, we have kind of the actual organ that we created. And there's a lot of fun little pieces to all of these crypts. You'll actually see the number 13 repeated a lot of times in all of the designs. There are 13 stops on the organ, and you know, you can actually play this. This has sensors in it as well. And then there's Ravenscroft is the name that, again, we kind of put a couple of fun little details in there. That's Thurl Ravenscroft, who is the singer of the song Grinning Ghosts. So we had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, all sensors. All right, we'll keep moving around this way. Here comes Pete. As you look at kind of the front side of the crypt, those instruments were a little bit more traditional instruments. On this side, we tried to make them a little bit more eerie and strange for our guests. So each one of those instruments makes a different kind of sound. Another fun little detail, we added the one-eyed cat to this crypt, and that was, again, one of the original characters that they were working with in the Haunted Mansion. We found it in the archives, and we thought we'd bring it back into the queue line. So just another fun little detail that we tried to add. We added a bunch of new tombstones out there to, again, kind of pay tribute to a lot of the Imagineers that originally worked on the project.
So what of the size of the tomb here? It seemed to have grown over time.
Yes. The tomb did grow a little bit. When we originally laid out the area, we were having issues with the turning radiuses in a queue line, so we always have to think about that, guests being able to move through. And the original tomb was about this big. Once we got into the space and started looking at it, we realized we could expand the plot a little bit more, so that it actually looked like a person could actually be in there, as opposed to what I told Pete. I'm like, oh, he died standing up. They buried him standing up, Pete. It's
like,
gonna be
like
great.
The other two over there, I guess.
Exactly. So this one we were able to actually extend it a little bit more to give it that look. But again, this is I think really fun for people to come up and actually touch these tombstones that you could once just not even touch. We move to the sepulcher of the sea captain, Culpeper Prine, who was allergic to dirt, so we pickled him in brine. And this is just a water play area. It's based on a painting that you can see as you're walking into the Haunted Mansion, as you're about to get onto your doom buggy on the left-hand side. There's Pete. Come on over here, Pete. Come over here, Pete. Oh, wait, you got another group over there. So this is Pete. Say hi to Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, everybody.
This was Pete's baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, we certainly lived it. We lived it for a year and a half or so. Yeah, it was a great pleasure. But now it's yours.
Yes.
Hope you enjoy it.
All right, go take that group.
All right.
I'll finish this group.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
So yeah, this is just kind of a fun water play area for the kids. There are sensors in the crypt as well, so as you come up and try to grab the water, it'll actually move to other locations. So it's kind of a chase the water kind of game. And it's very refreshing in the afternoon, believe me. The last crypt we have here is the Posthumous Poetess, who is Prudence Pock, who died of writer's block. And the first thing you see, this game right here, again, think of the number 13. There are 13 books on each shelf. There are 13 quill pens in the top of this crypt. And another kind of fun detail that we put in is this is actually the symbols on this crypt are actually a cryptogram, and if you can decipher the symbols, it will create a little rhyme for you. So I think that it's out on the blog, so try it yourself, but don't see the oh, did you do it?
I did it, yeah.
Did you?
My wife and I did.
That was like within 2 days.
We're
It was
fast.
amazing. It was like, oh my god. I thought for sure this is going to take a couple of weeks. 2 days later. This is a fun area. This is the
word is cemetery.
This is a voice recognition program that we set in here. Again, Pete did some great art here. If you look at this, the crypt a little bit back, you can see
Their
it's actually a
tempers were
face.
hot,
So there's
and the angles
eyes.
arose.
This is the
Both
mouth.
shot well in the
Here's the
duel.
tongue.
Now they
And
both
the quill wells
decompose.
down there are the
Oh,
teeth.
Prudence, you are
So
so
it's kind of a fun
gifted
little
and
detail
ghastly.
there.
Let's do another one.
Created. And then we'll sneak down this one.
In the swamp, poor Sally Slater was eaten by an...
It's kind of hard to see, but we added a lot of, at least 4 more kind of epitaphs to some other Disney legends in this area. And another fun detail that we put in, yeah, that's Roland Crump. Pete, you can actually see in the cement, you can see the footsteps of the caretaker as he's doing his rounds, and there's actually footsteps of the dog as well, and there's a little doggy door. put in there. Back there, just some fun. So you can see his footsteps coming all the way up. And then kind of the last element you see is Colin Campbell. And we were actually able to talk to Colin before he passed away. He just passed away about a week after we opened this queue lineup. And he was really excited because he was like, I hit the trifecta. I've got a window on Main Street, I'm a Disney legend, and now I have a tombstone at the Haunted Mansion. So he was really thrilled to have this done for us. So we had a lot of fun with that. Does anybody have any questions or comments or personal problems that you'd like to talk about right now?
What about the bride's ring?
Oh, the bride's ring. Wow, yes, you have. I think it's over here. Don't tell Pete. So. Yeah, I think we hid it in the concrete over here. There was always this legend that there was a bride's ring in the exit to the queue, and so when we had our opportunity, we snuck it in here. So there's a little bride's ring.
Don't tell Pete, but
Yeah.
videoing it.
And don't tell Pete.
And he's standing right behind you.
There's a ring in there.
There what?
We're supposed to believe that there's a ring.
There is a ring in there. It's hard to see.
But it's in the, you can see it, or it's in the vine.
It's there.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, we put the bride's ring in there. We didn't do it. I don't know how it got there. It was an amazing. Any other questions? You guys have any questions? Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Spend a hanging out. Anybody get bitten by any mosquitoes?
A little bit. Sorry.
So now step on the ride and enjoy scene 13. That's the last scene, the hitchhiking ghost scene. That was the other piece that we updated for the ride. We had a lot of fun doing that.
Over time, will you do any more out here, or are you done?
Oh, it's Imagineering. We're always thinking of new things, but nothing in the near future. But we're always hoping for new stuff.
What was the spark to decide to add this? I know interactivity is a big thing right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was really, at least to us, it was, it's an e-ticket attraction at the park. It's, the Haunted Mansion. And we really wanted to do this right. So this was one of our first ones that we looked at and say, let's really create a great experience for our guests.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes into the park goes to the Haunted Mansion, so those are the ones we want to hit. And there's always a line, so, we want people to have fun. Anything else? Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
time.